Oh, kia ora. I've been thinking about my understanding of critical thinking and ways that we can promote critical thinking in the classroom. I often use the phrase when I'm talking to students, usually when I'm talking about the use of questioning in the classroom. In fact, we use the phrase critical analysis in assessment rubrics for your assignments. So traditionally, to help me understand something, I would look to the literature to find out, and as you can see, I've just started to do that process. But look, I've just realised that part of my understanding of critical thinking in primary school classrooms is in fact based on observation of students in primary school classrooms. So then, perhaps the key to creating a classroom environment where critical thinking can be developed can actually be found by listening and analysing the voices of those who are practicing it. So, instead of me talking, how about we go and listen to those that are using it? Oh, hi. So this is my local school, and what we're going to do first, we're going to talk to some students about some projects they've been working on, and then hopefully we'll talk to a group of students about what they've been learning at school and how they've been learning.
Then I noticed it was raining and I thought I could do something to do with the weather. I really enjoy tramping and sailing and being outdoors, so I thought that learning to read the weather would be a really important skill. So my question became, how might I learn to read and predict the weather in order to help students and teachers at HSS make decisions? The first thing I did was to predict the weather I needed the tools. So I made a barometer and a rain gauge because that would help me predict the weather. I got just a container and I just marked the millimeters on it, and that became my rain gauge. The barometer was really easy to make. I just used a jar and a balloon and a straw and a needle. This is it here. And then got a certain level of air pressure inside the balloon and the jar. So when the air pressure outside is higher or lower, the needle will go up and down because either the balloon's skin will be sucked up or be sucked down. I also made a thermometer. I tried to make some thermometers, but they didn't really work because I don't know why they didn't work, but maybe the temperature difference wasn't enough. Also, I looked at clouds and I made a whole load of cloud things. Shapes and the different colours, they bring different weather, and they can tell you what's happening up in the sky and what the weather might be like in, say, 24 hours. For my rain gauge, I made a big table, a chart of how much water fell, and with that I could see that it never really rained for longer than 24 hours. So I could kind of use those weather patterns to tell me what the weather might be like. I predicted it on the school notices and twice on the radio station. The school has a school radio station that runs at lunchtime and before school, and I just went on there and got my weather forecast on. It tells people for HSS it might tell people to be able to come to school on their bike rather than in the car. And for me, when I'm tramping and sailing, it's really useful to be able to not just rely on the Met Service weather forecast, because it's probably not that reliable when you're up in the mountains. I learned heaps about clouds, air pressure, and what an important role air pressure and clouds and rain plays in predicting the weather.
We've got two marble runs. They both got toilet rolls in them out of recycled materials, and one of them's also got plastic containers and popsicle sticks. This one I've used glue gun, but that one I've used sellotape, and that one didn't really work because 1 week it did work, next week it didn't, and then the third week it just all fell apart because it wasn't strong enough. Whereas this one, I used a glue gun and it was really awesome. So I've got a scoring system on this, and and as you can see here, people have got different scores along the way. My driving question was, can I create 1 to 4 marble runs out of recycled materials to teach people to upcycle or reuse materials, and look what they can create. If we don't want things in landfills and all that, which create gas and destroy the environment, we can use this and have a little bit of fun out of it as well. So it's kind of making recycling fun. Yeah. Definitely my hardest challenge was about the sellotape, and it just all fell apart. Another hard challenge was the glue gun. It sometimes got a bit too hot and it burned through the plastic. Which kind of made it melt and made more glue, and it just got a big mess. So that's another problem I faced as well. I'll give my project out of 5 because I really like it, and I reckon I really did a great job, and I might make a difference on some people. I give it a 4. Try to be a bit more proactive and maybe get another couple done, and try next time. I definitely, now I've experimented with it, I definitely do the other one with glue gun or maybe a different material. Maybe make them a bit neater with paint and stuff. Paper that was all recycled. Yeah, no, I did use some cardboard as well, which was recycled as well. Yeah, I did use quite a lot of stuff. I was thinking of using some milk cartons, but that didn't really work out. It kind of attracts people. They first go to the star, the 3D star, and they read it. So that's why I've done it as a star. It's telling about how you can use cardboard and how you can use toilet rolls and milk cartons and tin cans and plastic boxes. It's telling you all the uses and how cool they are and how you can actually make stuff out of them.
Well, my driving question for Genius Hour was, can I inform HSS or the Senior Syndicate about the lack of musical classes in order to give kids the proper musical education that they need? And I thought of this because, well, I do piano lessons out of school, and I really enjoy it, and I want other people to enjoy it as well. Well, I sent out a survey, and one of the problems that I had with it was not being able to I didn't say what is your name at the start of the survey, so I didn't know who was answering. But when I got the results, I put them on my slide and printed out the slide and put it on a blackboard. I asked how much musical experience do you have? Do you think music is important and why? And things like, have you ever played an instrument before? Well, I found out that all the teachers that I asked have played a musical instrument. They have a little bit of experience, but not much. And also, well, if they think that music is important, and they said that that they all think that music is important to learn and stuff, but I don't see, if they think that it's so important, then why don't they teach more in their class? Most of the teachers say that they're not confident with teaching music, so they need a bit more professional development. Most of the teachers learn actually the instruments at Teachers College, so that's part of the professional development. And then I think that, I'm not quite sure about it, maybe get some, maybe hire someone to teach them more about teaching music, and teach them how to ask questions and how to read music and stuff. When you do music, it helps you understand more things about life, and well, that's what I find, and it helps you learn more about other things. And at a young age, when you get taught music, it helps you speak better. When you're 3 or 4, when you learn songs and stuff, it improves your speech. I've been doing some research on some websites, and it says that from 3 to 7 years of age, doing music can help you improve your speech and stuff like that. It helps grow different parts of your brain. And when I asked part of the survey over here, I asked, do you think music is important and why. And one of the answers said that it is very important because it grows the synapses in your brain, part of your brain that actually like helps you like have like speech development and stuff. Well, doing it in the classroom can help, like if you're having trouble in literacy and like math, you don't know what 7 times 8 is. You can like make a little song about 7 times 8, and then because songs like kind of get stuck in your brain, so it stays with you 7 times 8. Like I presented it to like my teacher, and I've presented it to a couple of teachers like Mr. Marsden and stuff. They kind of looked a bit shocked, like how could she know this much? And they agreed completely with what I've been saying, like teaching more music and stuff. If I was principal, I'd probably say like during each week you have to have at least 1 hour of doing some sort of music time. Yeah. Well, by probably sharing with them what I've shared, like for my Genius Hour, like saying how it can help develop the speech and the mind and stuff. Get someone to help you understand teaching music and reading music and playing and stuff.
Well, I don't know about you, but listening to those 3 Year 6 students talking about their projects poses more questions. All the areas they decided to investigate were so different, well, along with the way they presented their findings. When I listened to the students, I wondered, how did their classroom teachers manage their classrooms to enable them to think about the research questions that they had developed? Well, to help me find out, my next stage was to return to the school and to find out from the students both how they learn and how their teachers support this learning.